Hey, Kool-aid Krew, what's cracking? Thought I'd pop on here and give you guys a quick one. I'm gonna try to get this in before Marfugo goes live. Um, but yeah, guys, we had this big earthquake today. Somebody give me a 5 for 5 in there too, if you could, just while I'm getting started here. But this earthquake was, yeah, it's the what? These are the kind that make your butt pucker. I'm not kidding. And we'll go a little bit more deeper into this because there was a couple things around this that didn't usually happen. It's not like crazy stuff, but we'll get deeper into that. But obviously, most people already know this is happening. Um, the reports I'm seeing, a couple people have already lost their lives over this one. I've seen some articles, and again, I'll go more into that in a minute. But there was a tsunami warning issued at the time, and I don't know if it was just preventative, just in case or not, because, and that does happen sometimes. So just so you know, but this is the National Buoy Data, the Data Buoy Center here, and when you see these flashing right here, that means it's in event mode. And when it's in event mode, in other words, it's seeing things that it's seeing waves, wave heights adjusting really quickly and in great distances that it shouldn't be seen. These are tsunami stations, is what they call them. And so if you can click on these anytime you want, and you can go down here and look. And if you watch, you can see how you kind of got the normal stuff, and then they'll highlight where they think it's all jacked up. Okay, and I don't know the exact details on the data here on how to read this. Okay, obviously we can work that out by looking at this wave height thing over here in meters. There's a time frame here. In other words, you're getting big waves and small waves. This buoy's going up and down. Okay, and that's what this is for. Hey, Siggy, good to see you. And Planet Hermit, already 10 of them in there. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I'll tell you guys thanks again here in just a minute. I want to get through this little bit of a data, just a little bullet point, what I'm going to talk about tonight. But obviously the video was called "Did the Sun Help Cause This?" And you guys know that I talk about this. I'm not the earthquake guy, but what I do know is historic data and a lot of other things. And Ron's in here too right now too. Guys, you need to get over and check out Ron's channel, Emergency Management Associates. He reports on earthquakes. That's the main thing he does. He does preparedness stuff, and he does a Bible study also too. But it's great stuff, great people. I consider Ron a brother, and so please get over there and check out his channel. He did do a video on this. I was going to share it, and I didn't get the notification until, gosh, this show was already over. So I went ahead and shared it out anyway after the fact. But please get over and check out his channel. He's in my awesome channel list. So, yeah. But again, guys, and thanks again, Planet Hermit and Siggy. Good to see you, by the way. Anyway, let me get through this. I'm trying not to squirrel as much tonight because I really want to get through this. Especially, I want to try to get through this before Marf and Dex go live. So when we got coronal holes facing Earth, this is a big hole in the sun's corona, which means there's a big hole in the sun's atmosphere. So when we're seeing these charged particles just flow out, okay? Now, it is documented with so many different papers and articles, peer-reviewed, just everything. There's so much data now that show when we have these big coronal holes facing Earth, we almost always get a big earthquake somewhere in the world. And when I say big, I'm talking probably 6.5 or bigger. But one thing that I know that we definitely see is an uptick in overall seismic activity. Okay, we're talking volcanoes, geysers, just whatever else. Quakes, obviously. And with quakes comes what? Tsunamis. So, I mean, these are all things that we talk about. And when I first seen, because I was like, I almost went live when it first happened, but I knew that other people in this community was going to go live. And no sooner than I was getting ready to come to my computer and start one up, I seen people in our community already starting to go live. They're much more qualified to talk about earthquakes than what I am. Okay? So that's why I didn't do it. I'm not here to try to be the first one out here. I'm here to try to help people and to try to at least give people some sort of idea of what's going on with our sun and with space weather and the likes, right? And it's not always going to be something that, I will report on earthquakes. I understand them, right? I mean, I get what happens. I understand how they work. I understand all that. But let me say this: when we get earthquakes in this area, this is not where you want to see big earthquakes. I know that. That's enough to say right there. Okay, so if people don't know, which most people do know this. This is the Cascadia subduction zone area. Okay, when this area underneath the ocean here finally does slip underneath, okay, and our whole west coast will be redefined. And I said this before, you will literally have beachfront property in Arizona. There is a good chance of that when the Cascadia subduction zone actually rips off. Okay, when I say rip off, I'm just saying it has the event. Okay, now most people in the world, they always come down here to the fault line here, San Bernardino, right? I mean, we all know about the San Bernardino fault line. I mean, that's just one of those things that we all hear about. I remember watching the World Series in the A's in San Francisco, and that big deal where the bridges, the double-decker bridges, fell on top of each other. A lot of people lost their lives in that one. And just like with everything else in our world, a lot of things are dependent upon the exact location that these things happen. Okay? And that's what's going on here, right? If this had happened down here, do you think that we would be able to turn our TV on and watch something that other than thousands of people dying? I mean, that's what it would be. You take this and you transplant it down here on LA, you got a whole different situation. But I say that just so we understand that location matters in these situations in a big way. Now, this, again, I'm telling you guys, and Adam has done a lot of work on this too, Adam Marfugel, on, the documentary stuff he's been working on and a lot of research that he's done. He lives out here in Washington, okay? So this is very personal to him. I got 3 of my managing mods that live out here that were affected by this particular earthquake. Northern California, Oregon, and Washington. Okay? So it does affect people in a real way. And the first thing I did was I hit the text right there immediately. It's like, hey guys, are you guys okay? I didn't care about anything else until I knew that they were all right. Because this was a big deal. This is a big earthquake. And not in like I said a minute ago, in a spot that you just don't want to see earthquakes this big out here. Now, if we start seeing smaller ones and stuff that just kind of pop off here and there, that's actually a good thing. It's relieving pressure. So when we see these big ones pop, I mean, and it, and let me give you a little bit of an explanation too on the fact I was going to do a live stream last night, but my daughter has pneumonia. I ended up being at the hospital getting x-rays and stuff with my daughter, and it was a whole ordeal. We've got an outbreak of walking pneumonia here where I live in Indiana. And it might start affecting the whole country. I don't know. It might be happening all over the place. But the doctor actually came in and said, hey, I'm going to send her for a chest x-ray. And I was like, why? It surprised me when he said that. Because I was like, she's got a low-grade fever. She's been sick for a minute, right? Almost all week. Like the day after Thanksgiving, she's been sick since then. So I just kind of assumed it was the flu. I knew it wasn't COVID-19, right? Because we already tested her twice for that. So I knew it wasn't that. And I thought, well, maybe she's got strep or something like that, or an ear infection, something, right? Well, we come in there, and he sends her out for a chest x-ray just on the symptoms of a slightly elevated heart rate and a cough. That was it. I'm sitting there. I'm asking him, I was like, what? Change how you treat her? If even, I mean, what's going on here? Why are we doing a chest X-ray for something like that? Because it wasn't like some big, deep, hard cough either. And then he started to explain to me that he had 3-year-olds coming into his practice since the beginning of summer, presenting with symptoms that don't typically point towards walking pneumonia. And these poor kids were getting really, really sick. So he said, well, he said, we've had this happening. So he said when it first started happening to him, he was very shocked. He's been a resident here. He's been a doctor for over 10 years. And he said he had never seen anything like this with the walking pneumonia. And sure enough, that x-ray came back. She had pneumonia in the left bottom lobe of her lung. And I'm like, wow. So I was so thankful that I was able to take care of that for my daughter, right? But that's where I was at yesterday, guys, just so you guys know. A lot of people walk around walking. That's why they call it walking pneumonia. You can walk around with that stuff and not even know you have it for like a week. It gets yeah. It gets pretty crazy. But anyway, let me I'm trying to get here, guys. Sorry, guys. I hit a wrong button here on my chat there. Hey, Miss V, good to see you. What are you talking about, Sig? Blah blah blah. World is going to end. Daughter. You're killing me, brother. I love you, man. Oh man, I wish you would hang out here a little bit more often than what you do, brother. I really do. I really do. So let me go up in here. Let me highlight your guys' super chats here just real quick, and then and thanks again, Planet Hermit, for the 10 gifted memberships, guys. We're having fun over there in the memberships. I mean, it's been real. We've been having a lot of fun over there, and I've got some really cool ones I'm going to be showing you guys this coming week. But thanks again, Planet Hermit, for that, and Sig, thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to find it so I can highlight it for you. Where you at? Where you at, buddy? Where you at? Did I pass it? I must have. What the heck is going on, man? It was just there. There it is. There it is. There you go. That's right. Sig's awesome. Sig's awesome. And let me say this too. Mark Pyers is awesome too. Those guys are my brothers. I really truly feel like that. Axe and Nacho, everybody in that whole community doing the music and stuff like that it's just so cool. You know, and I know Mark went through some rough stuff over there on his channel there for a while, but still is. And I wish I could have helped more, and I just couldn't. I don't know what we could have done to stop any of what happened over there. It just, yeah. That'll take us down a whole nother conversation. We can have that conversation later, but just not right now. But anyway, here we go. So you come over here, you click on the National Data Buoy, the Data Buoy Center, and you can come over here and look. You guys can dig into this. You can click here, event details, and it's going to take you. This is what they look like, right? And it'll tell you, and this is where you really, if you really want to dive into it, they're going to highlight where they think the issue is, right? They're going to show you. And then right here, water column height, you can see a drastic drop and then right back up. And what made this one such a almost immediate tsunami risk was the fact that it was only 8 miles deep. Siggy, what's up? I'm not. David W. 1245. Oh! I don't know what the heck that is. Got confused on that one, Siggy, but thank you. Appreciate you, bud. For real. Thanks for the support, man. Is that a new? Is that your new email or something, bud? If it is, just say yes, and I'll be sure I save that so I can talk to you. Mist, what's up, girl? Oh my goodness, Miss, that just made my day, girl. Wow, thank you. Thank you for that positivity. Man, did the world need that. Heck yeah. Put that out there, girl. Heck yeah. Y'all read that. Come on. Y'all read it. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it loud, too. Some good news. Let's talk about some good news for a second. Test results for biopsies are normal. No cancer on the left side. Awesome. So, in her words, she's not going to lose the twins. At least, not one of them. I love that. Thank you, Mist. I appreciate you. For sure appreciate you. But yeah. Oh, and while we're on that, I was going to show you guys. Let me do this real quick. I kept this here for a reason because I didn't want to forget it. This right here. See how small that is? What an idiot, Mark. It's up 25%. Okay. Anyway, Mist made this for me. It's a purple pyramid and it's 3 different layers. And she put some effort into this for me, guys. She really they went around the back end, and Ilea asked me what my favorite color was because Mist asked her to find out. My favorite color is purple and gold, and that's what you guys got, and that's what she's got in here. She's selling these over on her channel. Mist, you can put your link in there anytime you need to, girl. Okay. She's using the money from these to be able to drive back and forth to her appointments. Obviously, given the super chat, she got cancer, breast cancer in the one breast now, I guess. The other one would be benign, I guess, at this point. But yeah, awesome, girl. But check these out, guys. I mean, she's talented, that's for sure, and she's always positive. She makes me laugh. Awesome. Anyway, it's good for her and her husband and her family. So if you want to support her on that end of it, please do. You know, she's not going to kick that back at you at all, I promise. Hey, you guys see this back here? I am a Star Wars geek. Look, check it out. That right there is a Darth Maul Funko Pop, but it is one of the what they call a badge. It's not a bobblehead. They kind of have a stand on the back, and you can actually pin them on your clothes and stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. I love Star Wars, so that's Darth Maul back there. You can see right here, I got soap. That's Star Wars soap. I'll have to show you guys my background one of these days. But this is what Mist makes right there. I'm sure she makes them in different colors and everything else. So, but takes some talent. So if you guys want to help her out and get a very, very cool pyramid like that, please do. Yeah, well, thank you, Miss V. I appreciate you. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Yeah, sometimes I don't think my notifications went out. I'm not really sure. I kind of posted this one and just went straight live. Sometimes that happens and the notifications just don't go out in time. It is 10:30 anyway, so I mean, some people are probably already, kind of shaking off, but do appreciate it. Mark's getting ready. Mark's going here in just a minute. He might be doing his news right now. I'm going to try to get this one done before he goes over to Marfugal TV. But guys, please go over and check out Marf too. Okay. I won't go live when he's doing his main channel. I just don't do that. So that's why I'm trying to get this one in here. But as you guys do this right here, the Fugal fam has just completely changed my channel in a good way. So feel free to go watch his news and you can come back and watch me on replay. That does not bother me at all. I would encourage that. So he's going to be talking about some things probably that are more urgent than what I am right now. So not to mention, that's how I respect Marf and Dex. They do an awesome job over there. Great friends. They're great brothers. They really truly are. They they help me in the background way more than I could ever say, and they help more people than what everybody will ever know. And that's just how it is. So, anyway, but this is Soho, guys, and we do got more eruptions. This one here is on the 5th. This is from our perspective. There are eruptions happening there. We do have a possible solar storm hitting us actually kind of right now. And so if we come over here to NOAA, they're forecasting, like here on the 6th, guys, is saying a 3 on the KP. Okay? We haven't got there yet, but it should happen a little bit later on, like halfway through the day. Okay? Well, yeah, so about noonish, I guess. But the sun is starting to become a little bit more active right now. You can see where it's flaring here. Let me zoom that back in, okay? But yeah, so we are getting M-class flares now. Those typically do have a chance to produce solar storms, CMEs, or ICMEs, whatever you want to call it. Coronal mass ejection, interplanetary coronal mass ejection. I'm not going to go into that particular details, but again, I want to focus on this, okay? And the reason is because these coronal holes themselves. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Ripper. Good to see you, brother. Genius by birth in here? She in here? Where's she at? Anyway, I seen Miss Ty. She might not be here right now. And I forgot to say thanks to her too. She left a super thanks underneath the last video. Genius is awesome, guys. Anyway, so these corona holes, and I'm sorry I'm squirreling. I'm really trying to get done, and sometimes when I'm doing that, I kind of hurt myself more than I help. So, I'm going to not look at the chat for a minute. If you guys could, give me a roll call in there, and I'm going to keep moving, and I'll come back and shout out the roll call and tell everybody thanks again, and then that way I can take my mind away from the chat there for a minute. This is our magnetosphere, okay? Right now, it does appear that we are taking some sort of hit, and what this is the magnetosphere is created from solar wind coming from the sun's direction, hitting us in our magnetic field, okay? And it creates this magnetosphere. This is the bow shock. It's the first point of contact from solar wind to our magnetic field. And because of this magnetosphere, it's showing you our protection. So stuff hits, and our magnetic field either couples with it. If the polarity's right, it'll draw it in. Or it can be more reflective if the polarity is in the correct orientation to where we don't couple with the magnetic fields in the CME. Okay? So if we're not coupled to it, chances are we won't get into geomagnetic storming unless it's a very, very big one. Okay? If we get an X flare, a massive CME from an X flare, the only difference that's going to happen there is the CME just won't be as strong. Okay? So, instead of getting a G3, or instead of getting like a G4 or G5, we would get a G3 or a G2. You get a big CME, it's not really, it's not going to stop a geomagnetic storm completely. Okay? Just so you know. But as you can see, this is the density right there. And why I'm saying that I think we may be getting a little bit of a shot right now is because of this. Okay? Our BZ is popping around down here around the -6 area. Now that's our magnetic positioning, right? Our magnetic orientation. So when we're at a -6, we couple with the magnetic fields and what I just talked about more. So the more negative we go, typically the more we'll draw in. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that. That's why right now it's popping in and out, and we are seeing movement on density. It's fluctuating, and so is the speed. Now, we're not talking about some huge storm here, guys. And this doesn't have to be a CME. This can be these corona holes. Okay? So, with that being said, we're just going to make sure that we understand that. Now, if we look at the NASA CME tracker, you can see where it's not really showing a whole lot of CME action. But look right here on the side cut. Watch right there. You see that? I think that is either a CME from a couple days ago, or it might be just the coronal hole stream itself getting here, the most intense part of it. Because I'm not seeing any kind of big blast. Now, I will say, when you see a distortion over here where my cursor's at, that's typically a CME. So maybe there was a small one, but this one here isn't even going to come close to Earth. But this one, or whatever's hitting us here, could be what's going on right now. So, yeah. And also, I want to point this out too. See this right here? Notice how all the planets are kind of on this side of the sun right now? That matters. Planetary alignment really does matter when we're talking about CME action. Okay? So, that's just what I'll say there. Alright, so, we come back in here with Northwest Ohio, Karen. Haven't moved yet, LNG, okay. Hey, Virginia, where are you from? I don't know if you're from Virginia or not, but that was just a... Ripper, I hope you're okay out there, brother. Trish, what's up? Okay, so, let's see here, where else we got? Greetings from West Central Minnesota. I know that one already, Planet Hermit. Miss V's in the hizzy. Where's Dennis? There's Dennis. There you are, brother. Good to see you. Oh, wow, that hit me right in the face right there. Mark Lee. Wow. From Arizona Metroplex. I'm sorry. I had a friend named Mark Lee. He passed away. Wasn't too long ago. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Mark. I don't want to put that on you either. That just kind of stopped me there for a second. Sorry. But anyway, guilty as hell, Seventh Son. What is up, Steve? Good to see you, brother. Please leave me some dad jokes in the comment section. Renee's in the house. Nevada, baby, Cheryl. Heck yeah. Jerry's here. Gabriel, Seattle, Washington. Hey, Gabriel, did you feel that earthquake at all? Back at you, the wise. Good to see you. Reverend PC, good to see you. There you go. Southern Oregon, baby. That's right. Did you? I'm not sure if you felt it or not either. Well, back at you, Renee. Thank you for being a member for 7 months. That's awesome. Thank you for sticking around. Hey, Kat. Good to see you. Good to see you. Milky Way, Soul Tribe. That's right. I like that. I like that a lot. Genius is awesome. She is very, very generous. She always has been. We even made her a special emoji for the sloth emoji there for members only. It's that she helped make that one. That's right. Didn't really feel a whole lot. Yeah, I wondered, because it was offshore at the beginning, but some of the aftershocks were on land. And again, we'll look at that again here in just a second, but I'm not going to spend too much more time on that. Because people cover that way better than I can. I would rather you guys go watch Ron on that one. And I would imagine Martha's probably going to talk about it tonight too. I don't see how I couldn't, but I don't know. Maybe he won't. But I'm pretty sure he will. And also, guys, right now over here at spaceweather.com, Dr. Tony Phillips is reporting here too. This is something cool. Jupiter's at its closest point it gets to us each year right now. So right now it is the brightest star in the sky other than the moon. Okay? It's the brightest object in the sky other than the moon and sun right now. Usually Venus will hold on to that for a while. Jupiter isn't typically that bright, but it is now. And I went outside last night and looked, and it was bright. I mean, it was bright, bright. And I was able to see it through even a small layer of clouds. So if that don't tell you something, had some clouds move in front of it while I was looking at it, and that's what's good about winter too, guys. You guys know you can see stars better in winter, right? The atmosphere is just more, and that's also why the James Webb Telescope. That's why they put those reflectors on it because they're trying to keep that lens cold. The colder that lens is, the further it can see and the better detail it gets. In other words, the better it works. That's the whole reason they put it out where they did. Well, one of the reasons. But I also want to talk about this too. We all know what sun halos are, right? I mean, it's a refraction of light off of ice crystals from the sun, right? And that's what you're kind of seeing here. I mean, these have been going on since the dawn of time, obviously. But this right here, guys, this is man-made. And what I'm talking about that is, it's called diamond dust. So in the wintertime, they start, around ski resorts, they start making snow. And the snow from the snow machines produce a more perfect diamond shape than what a natural snow will. Okay? So you get more defined and more just carved out sun halos. And that's what you're seeing there. That's awesome. That's beautiful in my opinion. You know, I even seen a couple sun dogs the other day here. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, there you go with the emojis. Hey, you know what, Renee? Now that you did that, in the next members only stream, guys, of course we'll watch some crazy chiropractic adjustments, but we're also going to we'll watch some Zoom court or something also. But we'll go ahead and make another emoji because that's what we do, right? And let's do this. Let me do this, guys. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Let me check this first before we get too far here. Okay. Let me see. Do I have any? Okay, yeah. Here we go. Listen. Everybody get busy in the chat. Start typing in that chat. I'm going to give away five memberships. And the more you guys talk in the chat, the better chance you have of getting a free membership for the month. Okay? And I got some exciting news also. Me and my son are working on starting some merch. We found a website and stuff that I think we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. So, and people that are members will be getting discounts. So, just so you know. But start talking. I'm going to give away 5 memberships here in just about, I don't know, here in a few minutes. Probably another 5 minutes. And I'll let you guys know about 10 seconds before I do it. And so if you guys start talking in there, I don't care what you type in there. Just tell us, say, hey, Wages World's cool, whatever. The more you talk in there, the better chance you have of the algorithm giving you a membership. So we're going to leave it at that until we get back to it. Okay? So anyway, this is our geoelectric field. They're actually using this to help forecast earthquakes. Okay? So what this is, it's a geoelectric field at the surface. We know that space weather has an effect on earthquakes, such as what I just talked about a few minutes ago with the coronal holes. But they're diving deep onto why now, okay? Why is that going on? They got some really good theories, but the geoelectric field, this is showing you space weather's effect on any artificial electrical component. That's what this model is designed to do. Transformers, wall switches, your car battery. I don't know, maybe you got a pacemaker, maybe you got, I don't know, a TENS unit in your back for pain. I mean, just anything. Anything that's not natural. The geoelectric field, when this is moving around from space weather, it can have an effect on it. Okay? Well, my grandpa had a pacemaker put in years and years ago. Now, this isn't typically the case now with the newer stuff. But he wasn't even allowed to be around a microwave. So yeah. Or you could be like Cousin Eddie in the movie The Grinch Stole Christmas. Not The Grinch Stole Christmas, but Christmas Vacation. You know where he had the plate in his head? And he said every time his wife Catherine would fire up the microwave, he'd pee his pants and forget who he was for about a half hour. That's one of the best lines in a movie I've ever heard. I still laugh at that every time. Anyway, so again, this is just the HP. It's the same indice as the KP right here, but it's 30-minute increments. These are 3-hour. So I like to show you guys both. I didn't show you guys the HP the other day because for whatever reason, it wasn't updating, but it's back working now. So, let's go ahead and take you to, where did, I just had that up there. Where'd it go? I just had it. Hold on a minute. I don't want to waste too much time here because I want you guys to get over and watch Adam if you're not. Let's go ahead and do... Where's this at? I just had that up. Okay. We don't have SDO right now, so we're going to look at GOES. It's the same kind of imaging, basically from the same perspective. Okay? I already showed you guys this one. Now, these are the other angstroms. So you can kind of see on the 94 where the kind of thinner parts are in the sun's atmosphere. Here's the 131. And we're not seeing a whole lot, is what I'm trying to say. But we are seeing some. This is a 304. This is ionized helium. Okay? I want to show you guys that we're having filaments peel off. See that right there? It's going to be a little harder to see than what I usually show you, but I'm sure you guys can kind of see that a little bit. I'll point it out right there. That filament released off. So that could be coming our way. If that's coming our way, it probably will produce a solar storm at some time later on in the week. Okay? So I'll just say that. Okay. Now, here we go, guys. If you guys want a membership, I'm going to give 5 of them right now, okay? Here we go. They're gifted, whoever gets them. Oh, I guess I got one. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't. I don't know who that is. Oh, I see. That's just 2 little colons there. Marvin Manson, Jester's Playhouse. Let's see who else got them. Let's see. Irish Lizard. That's only 3. Did we get more in there? There they are. There's the other 2. Jester's Playhouse, Kellogg 74, and there should be one more. Okay, well, whoever got them, I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys stuck around for that. So, there we go, baby. Heck yeah. All right. Okay. I will do that again sometime later on in the week. Kellogg 74, Irish Lizard, Jester's Playhouse. I can't really see. My chat's kind of funky, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, Planet Hermit with another 10. Heck yeah, baby. Thank you. Thank you again. So awesome. You guys are just awesome. Okay. Peace and light. But yeah. So guys, please, if you get those memberships, obviously tell them thanks for that. But also, please turn your notification bells on. I would love everybody. Back at you, Angel Wings. Everybody to have a membership. And I would love everybody to have the bells clicked no matter what. But if you are a member, please click that bell. Because when I go live on membership, sometimes I just do it on a short-term notice. So, because my life is all over the place. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Hey, Conspiracy. Wales, UK, baby. Good to see you. Good to see ya. And if I could, we have no control who gets them, right? So you may get prompted also to turn on, there's a toggle you have to click to allow yourself to accept a gifted membership. Some people don't know that either. So anyway, hey Andrew, good to see you. Okay guys, but I think that is probably going to be it for tonight, guys. I don't really have a whole lot more to say other than, this earthquake is just the big news today. Again, guys, you come over here to USGS. There was one thing that I noticed that happened with this one that doesn't typically happen. This thing came in, I believe, at the onset, it was a 6.6. They actually upgraded this to a 7. That's very rare for USGS to do that. Typically, they downgrade them. So, not sure what the difference was there, but get over to Ron's channel, Emergency Management Associates, and check it out. Ron, you can drop your link anytime you want, brother. But, guys, I'm heading over to Marf. I would love for you guys to follow me. Anybody that's not part of the Marfoogle family, please come over there to Marf's channel. Let's see here. Is he... Let me check something. Yeah, he's on TV now. So, when I say TV, it's Marfoogle TV. He's got 2 channels. He's got Marfoogle News and Marfoogle TV, and I think he just went live on... He does them right back to back, guys, in case you guys don't know that. But, yeah, just head over there and say, Wages World, incoming. Tell him that. He'll get a kick out of that when you guys get over there. And thank you again, guys, for the gifted membership, Sig. Thanks for the super chats and whoever else dropped super chats and gifted memberships today. Thank you guys for whoever's just a member. It makes a huge difference. My wife tells me to tell you guys thanks every video, and sometimes I forget to tell you thanks from my wife, because this is all hers. It really, truly is. I'm just here talking. So, that's all it is. But, anyway, guys, if anything big happens, I'll be here. I always am. And if not, you will see me tomorrow. I will be on here with either a short or a longer live stream, depending on what's going on. We're probably going to try to work in another members-only stream also. But please, if you haven't been over to Marfoogle, please head that way right now. I'm going over there. I'm a moderator anyway, but, you know. Planet Hermit, you're awesome, by the way. I know I say it a lot, but, you know, it is what it is. So, let's end it here on this particular imaging right here. Again, this is GOES. SDO is down until the beginning of the year. They had some servers get all jacked up. But, yeah, so here we go. God bless. Yahusha saves. And as always, you can drink this Kool-Aid. Share this out too, guys.